For our Lit Circle group, we read the story I Am Malala
by Malala Yousafzai and Patricia McCormick.
The setting in the story changes over time. In Pakistan, there was always fighting, and it was very tense. Everyone was always scared to leave their homes because of all the fighting. Malala and her family had to relocate to Birmingham, England, so Malala could get proper treatments for her traumatic event that occurred. Birmingham was a whole new life for Malala, and it was just what they needed. When Malala recovered, she decided to speak out about education. In conference rooms, everyone is very relaxed and willing to listen. Overall, the setting varies throughout the whole book.
Malala is the main character in our book. She has shown signs of bravery throughout her book and has stood up for everything she believes in. She is a strong and confident girl, which she gets from her dad. She takes after her dad in almost everything she does. Her family believes very strongly in her religion, which is Islamic. Whenever she gets worried or stressed out, she'll pray and talk to God. Her father runs a school that she used to attend, which I think is also where she gets her love for education. Malala always showed bravery for sticking up for women's education, even when she had people who wanted her dead for doing so. She is provided with so much support from her family, especially her dad. Without them, I don't think she would have been the person she was today. Another important character is her father. He is very supportive of Malala throughout the entire book. He has shaped his family to the people they are. Overall, he has a close father-daughter relationship with Malala.
Be your own kind of bizarre, buy your own star.
Camp out late at night? Your star will shine bright. Go to www.gamstarsforsale.com. Only $49.99 if you purchase now. If you buy two, get one free. Call 815-GAM-STAR now.
The first part of the book showed how much Malala loved learning. She was free to go to school until the Taliban came. This group took control of Swat Valley. Along with the school, the Taliban took away women's rights in general. They would flog citizens for no reason and make them miserable. No woman was allowed in public without covering their skin and being accompanied by a male. Soon after, many bombings took place all around the country. Over 200 schools were attacked by the Taliban. They then created a new rule that stated girls over the age of 10 would not be allowed to attend school. Malala would not give up her fight for education here. She went to secret school and made an impact on those around her.
Malala would stand up when no one else would. She had the choice to do the secret diary, and she did when she had the opportunity. It took a lot of courage to write in the diaries that the British Broadcasting Corporation would share with other parts of the world. Once her name got out and everyone knew that she had been the one writing the diaries, she started doing interviews with them, and she would talk about women's rights and how they should have more freedom. Many people admired Malala for sticking up for her beliefs, but with that came death threats. The Taliban wanted her dead. They didn't like the fact that she talked about women and girls going to school. On October 9, 2012, Malala had been riding the bus home after an exam and was shot. She was flown over to England to get the medical care that she needed. When she arrived, she had to be put into a coma and had many surgeries in order to survive. Malala had a very long recovery to return back to normal. She had to do the therapy for years after her accident and was never quite the same as before.
Malala's family had deemed it unsafe to return back to Pakistan. There was still fighting going on and more people were dying every day. Her family decided to stay in Birmingham because it was much safer. Malala had begun her education again and was really loving it. The school was so much different and the people were much different too. In 2013, Malala had been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize for speaking out about education and the rights of girls and women. Unfortunately, she had lost. In 2014, she was renominated and won. That would make her the youngest person in the world to win this. She had won it with Kailash Satyarthi for their struggle against the suppression of children and young people. Malala still speaks out all over the world about how she survived and how everyone should stand up for their own rights.
Yo, puppets! Let's kick it!
Ranch, ranch, baby. Ranch, ranch, baby. Alright, stop. Use ranch and listen. Puppets are back with a brand new addiction. Ranch, Gram's holding me tightly. Venom hits stuck daily and nightly.
Good with veggies, pizza,
Cold!
salad, nuggets, sandwiches, and other ranchy delights.
Go buy Hidden Valley Ranch dressing today. Seasonal Easter dressing is offered for limited time only. Rush to your nearest convenience store to grab yourself a bottle of the good old stuff.
It seemed that throughout the entire book, Malala fought for women's rights. The Taliban wanted to take over Pakistan and had goals to make women stay at home all day. They wouldn't be allowed in public without covering their skin and being accompanied by a male. Malala didn't want to grow up in a world like this, so she started giving speeches against the Taliban. Her words are empowering to everyone. Malala also fought for education. The new rule was that anyone over the age of 10 wouldn't be able to go to school. Malala didn't think this was fair, so she stood up for what she believed in. If one man can destroy everything, why can't one girl change it? In the end, it paid off, and she got her dream for every woman to get the chance to attend school. Malala didn't want to live a life where she had to cover her face and follow orders. She wanted to be free, and she wanted everyone else to be free. To accomplish this, she made sure that everything she said was negative towards the Taliban and that she spread the message of the Taliban being terrible. Overall, her actions made a difference in her beliefs, and almost everyone in Pakistan should be thankful for her and her courageousness. Malala is an ordinary girl with big dreams.
Malala is a hero all over the world. She thought that education was very important and decided to speak out about girls' education because it was being shut down in Pakistan. Malala's father was friends with someone from the British Broadcasting Corporation, and Malala was asked to do a secret journal about how the education was falling apart under the Taliban, and she was also asked to talk about the Taliban. She had to be very secretive about it, and if someone found out, she would be in a big amount of trouble. After the journal was finished, she decided to take on more interviews with the public as well as conferences.